Okay, so I will just get started. I will make this very brief. Um, but some time saving tips that have helped me, especially in the past couple weeks with my kids not napping at the same time. And I've been covering just taking on more shifts at work. So my time I feel like has been very, very limited. Um, just with life and then keeping up with, housework and being a mom and being a wife and all that good stuff. So, some tricks that have helped me lately is wake up. Just when I wake up, instead of scrolling through my news feed, just wake up, look at the post from the night before, and then contact like 5 people that are new to liking my posts. And like when I look at their feed, it's somebody that I would connect with. So I'm trying to connect with 5 new people. If 2 of them is sending an invite, awesome. If one of it's sending an invite, are great, but just connecting with at least 5 people. And then I'll take a screenshot of those people that I connected with, and then I'll add it into the TMZ later, just whenever I can kind of catch a break because I do that first thing in the morning because that's just kind of a habit. I look at my phone and I was finding myself scrolling. So instead of taking that time and scrolling through just mindless news feed, I will take that time and send out messages. And then I get up, drink my mama juice, get my workout in. And then by the time like the workout's like halfway through or it's in motion or it's over, the kids are up, and then it's kind of like get them ready for the day, feed them, and then we're out the door for work. So and then so that's getting at least 5 connections to start my day. So then I feel good that my business is moving forward because at least I made the attempt to start my day with the business mindset. And then during, while I'm nursing while I'm nursing Jackson and Hannah's eating lunch, I'll go back and like go through my Instagram. And most of the times I'll create a poll in the morning with my Instagram stories with a workout. So then I'll send new connections to those people that have answered the polls. If nobody's answered them, then I'm going through my stories and seeing who's consistently watching my stories. And then I will send them like a hey girl message or just some way to connect with them. So then there's more people I'm connecting with, and then I'm just screenshotting the message. That way it's in my photos, and then I can add the people to my TMZ later, or however you track. That way you're not losing who you're talking to, and you can still track it, but you don't have to sit down and track it in that instant moment. And then also, like Hannah will be napping and Jackson will be playing. So that's when I'll do add people to the TMZ or just make more connections, or that's when I'll send out my invites. And then at the end of the day, if I haven't already entered my TMZ messages or the people into TMZ, then I will enter that. I will make a post for my accountability group, whether it's a recipe or just say, hey, drop your gifts. I want to see how you did today. Just something simple, but always check in with your challengers, because that's always your bread and butter. When they start seeing results and start seeing and just start feeling amazing and know that you're not losing that connection with them, then they might potentially want to be coaches. So make sure you're always connecting with your challengers at least once a day, like whether it's one-on-one or it's in the group. I know I try to do like once a week, check in with them one-on-one just to see how it's going, how I can help them personally. And that's, I like to try to do that on Sundays or Mondays, but you don't have to do that every day, but just make that connection, whether it's in the group or sending them a message. But that's been kind of a time saver thing for me that I've learned that has helped. Like I'm literally working in the pockets of my day. So like right when I wake up, 5 messages. While Jackson's nursing and Hannah's eating lunch, another 5 messages. During nap time, if I can, that's when I'll sit down and try to get an actual power hour done, because I can fold laundry and I can vacuum and I can do all that when the kids are up. So when they're sleeping, I feel like I need to buy a lottery ticket, and that's when I get my like solid power hour done. But if I'm not able to sit down and get that solid power hour done, then that's kind of how I work my day. In the morning, during lunchtime, and then again, like when everybody's playing or they're happy or entertained, I'll try to sit down and do another five messages. And within all of those messages, I like to hold on. I like to at least send a couple invites within that time. So that's how I've broken down my day to where I literally work in the pockets of my day. I know a lot of you guys have other jobs or you're a stay-at-home mom. So stay-at-home moms, I get it. It is hard work too. So don't take your job for granted. When I wasn't working and I was just a stay-at-home mom, I felt like I was busier than ever. So I get it. There's days where you're literally going to have to work in the pockets of your day that way as well. So just find what works for you. Find a rhythm, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, and then you'll start getting used to it. But also when you're working in pockets of your time, make sure you're not always on your phone working your business, because that's where I've had to learn how to separate the work in the pockets of the time, but also give yourself like 30 minutes to scroll through Pinterest, just an hour to watch mindless TV at night to where you're still relaxing and still able to recharge. Don't burn yourself out by working in the pockets of your time that you feel like you have to constantly be working. So those are my time-saving tricks. Also, I wanted to make sure I wrote down my notes, so bear with me. Why it's important making new connections. If you guys are not making new connections monthly, weekly, you aren't going to have anybody the following month. Yes, people are constantly watching you. New people are going to be following you, all this stuff. But if you aren't personally making that one-on-one connection, or if you aren't personally seeking out people to connect with, adding new people to your Instagram, your business is going to start going like this, because you want to always have somebody that you can invite to the December group or to the January group, or it's kind of a trickle effect. Every new connection you're making this month, that's a lead for December, January, February even, that you want to have those people in the back burner. A lot of people that I've had join this last couple months, they've literally been following me for 6 months to a year. So it takes time. That's why you constantly want to be growing your connections and your new followers and all that stuff. It is so important. I cannot reiterate, like I can't emphasize that enough. The months that I've had 0 was because the month previous I wasn't making new connections. That's where I was slacking. You can send out invites for days, but if you aren't making that like one-on-one connection and actually connecting with that person, it's just going to feel like a cold invite to where it's going to come off very salesy, which we all do it. I've done it. I still do it from time to time. So just those people that you are making those one-on-one connections with and that you're actually connecting with on a personal level, those are probably going to be your customers eventually. Not right away, but eventually. So that is why it's so important. So those are kind of my big topics for tonight. Also, something I wanted to touch on was Black Friday. Beachbody is doing an awesome $20 off. Why not add something on top of it? Like I'm throwing in an Amazon gift card to the first 3 people that sign up. I've already hit Success Club, so I'm super stoked about that. But I also always want to do kind of an incentive, especially for Black Friday. Who doesn't love Black Friday? And an extra deal. So like if you don't want to do a gift card, if you had like an extra Shakeology packet or an extra like Energize packet, something that you could offer them on top of the $20 off, it's going to make it feel more eager. They're going to want to do it because it's not just the $20 off that Beachbody is offering, but you personally, as a business owner, are offering a Black Friday deal. Something that I'm doing this week is I'm offering my Black Friday deal starting today, and it's going to end on Monday, so Cyber Monday. So you can start it and stop it whenever you want because it's your business. I am stopping it on Monday because that's Cyber Monday. And quite frankly, if I haven't done it by then whatever. I will keep the gift cards for myself. But just have something so it's that extra incentive. And if it's the person that you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I should follow up with them, they followed up with them like 3 times, this might be the time that they want to sign up, because it's not just $20 off, it's something else on top of the $20 off. It's something that you personally, as a business person, as your brand, you are offering another deal. So you kind of have to look, I always try to look at it as like, what does like Nordstrom do? What does Target do? What do like those businesses do? Because like Beachbody, it's its own business, but like me, Melissa Williams, I'm my own brand. I'm my own company. So what would I want to receive as a customer? Yeah, great. Beachbody's offering $20 off. But what is going to separate you from the rest of the other Beachbody coaches? Are you going to throw in that extra incentive? Are you going to throw in an extra like $20 off or whatever it is? So just, you don't have to do this. This is just something that has worked for me in the past, especially last November. It was a little bit of a struggle. So I did do a Black Friday for a week and I hit Success Club. Can't ever say that word fast. So that is something that will be super helpful if you guys do like a little extra incentive. I know money's tight, it's the holidays, so even like a $10 gift card, or I'm sure you have something laying around that you could just throw in as a little extra incentive. If like a beach bar, those are great, people love them, and then typically they buy them because they're so good. So those were just my go-to topics that I wanted to touch with, especially with the holidays and Thanksgiving and all this stuff coming up. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving. I make this short and sweet. And then, so if you guys have any questions, please reach out and ask me if you were curious about like how I'm doing the Black Friday deals. And if you're curious more on my time saving tricks. So let me know and I will talk to you guys soon.